Me and Tyler are down at Barry testing out the A7 IV
and the A7 III.
Which one's better? And like, well, obviously it's going to be the A7 IV.
Yeah, but mine's better though.
Well, yours is the A7 III.
Yeah, but it's mine. So
but this is newer.
Yeah, but it's mine, so that makes it better than yours.
Oh, okay. Biggest thing here is when people are considering these two cameras, it's really about the price point and what is different about the cameras in terms of which one would you be better off getting, ultimately. Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I'd probably get that one.
Yeah.
More megapixels.
Yeah.
Nicer body to it.
Yeah.
Just better, generally speaking. But the A7 III was a powerhouse for like ages.
I remember shooting the A7 III through wedding season after wedding season, and it just being completely badass. So it's going to be an interesting shoot today, and hopefully we shall have a little bit of fun.
Let's go play, but not in the sand though. Cameras don't like sand.
Cameras don't like sand.
No. 1 second. So, A7 III, full frame, 24 megapixels, 4K video, there's 120p in HD. This thing, when it came out, was an absolute unit. Brilliant low light performance, absolutely, probably one of the most favorite Sony cameras that most wedding photographers used. And in all honesty, this thing's awesome. Yeah, the only thing I will say is I'm now so used to the new Sony menu system, and this menu system is, shall we say, it's like comparing Windows 7 to Windows 10. It's a little bit all over the place, but still usable.
The A7 IV is 33 megapixels, full frame sensor. It does 4K 60 with a tiny little bit of a crop. Other than that, it has pretty much the same specs, as well as having a much better autofocus system and a much better viewfinder. The camera is ultimately going to be better than the A7 III, but the A7 III is such a great camera just to start off with when it comes to the full frame world of the Sony A7 lineup, that it's going to be a little bit of an interesting mashup. Let's get started, shall we? So I did actually want a little bit of an experience with the A7 IV because it's not actually a camera I've shot, and I'm on the A7C II at the moment. So is this camera still better than that? Does it take some great shots? It's got the same specs pretty much throughout the board. And the thing I have noticed straight away is the interface feels a little bit more in depth, which is the first thing that I noticed. You've got a really banging EVF.
First impressions, I mean, I've not used one of these before, and I'll be honest with you, feels a little bit slimline. Not too keen on the viewfinder, but then I'm drawing experience from the A7C II, the A7CR, and the A7 IV, which are vastly improved. So I kind of have to expect it to not be as good as that. But generally speaking, it's taking photos perfectly fine. Focusing, I'm missing the eye focus in certain respects and some things. So it's, I don't know, it's questionable, but it's still a really good solid camera. It's kind of like my old Nikon, really. It's a bit, just is what it is. And you kind of accept it for what it is, you know? So yeah, it's good.
So the A7 IV has many extras that the A7 III didn't have. One is eye autofocus for video, and you probably will notice that here. I don't know if the video is actually in focus on Tyler's end. So this is coming out the A7 III now. The other side of it is that it's really great for vlogging. So you've got the ability to actually have your very angle screen here. Allows you just to get a little bit better kind of like understanding of where you are in the frame and how you can take photos. Comparing this to the A7C II here, you've got your like dial here. I didn't actually know how much I missed this little knob that allows you to change where the autofocus point is. The camera itself, I am actually really enjoying. It feels much better in my hand, and it definitely feels better than the A7 III in that retrospect.
When it comes down to image quality alone, you'll be hard pressed to tell which one is which. These are the same photo, same editing pretty much throughout. Which one do you reckon is the A7 IV, and which one do you reckon is the A7 III? You guessed it, the A7 IV was on the left, and then the A7 III was on the right.
Didn't like it at first, kind of enjoying it now though. Kind of just finding the rhythm and finding the feeling of it, you know? But yeah, ergonomically, it's not that much different really. It's just feels a bit older now, considering I remember when these came out. So yeah, but I haven't got anything bad to say about it.
What's your photos like then at the moment?
They're coming out pretty well. We're sort of just shot here. We're doing like a center line thing with shadows because it's kind of calling out for it. And they've kind of come out exactly how you'd expect, really. It's just a little tricky with that viewfinder. It's a little bit more pixelated and a bit more fuzzy and a bit older, basically. And because I think we're now both so used to like the A7 IV equivalent or the A7C2 or the A7CR, where we mostly shoot from the screen. So it's kind of it's taking me back to my Nikon days a little bit.
Nikon days. Really impressed with this. Like Tyler was just saying, we were doing this on the center line here and managed to get Tyler kind of in these lines in a really nice composition, and shooting it when looking down the viewfinder and everything like that looks really good. And the only thing I would say is I feel like I'm seeing the pixel density on the sensor is so good, but I can see every pixel when I look down it, and that's something that I wouldn't have actually been surprised. I'm surprised that I'm noticing, but that's mainly on photos where I'm taking kind of very plain, minimalistic shots of people out on the beach, and I'm looking to see how sharp that person is, and it's just not that. It's just you can just see the pixels. I don't know what it is. Liking it, it's good. I have to see what other photos come out and see who took the better ones. I'll let you decide that one. Composition here. What we've got is a puddle of water in with these coloured kind of like houses here, beach houses, and I think it's going to come out as a really good photo. Let's give it a go. Is Tyler going to see if he copies me? I don't know. You going to copy me?
What?
My awesome photo I'm about to take.
Yeah. Puddle Photographer of the Year 2023.
You are a puddle photographer of the year. This is your kind of photo.
Yeah.
The composition here I was actually really quite happy with, and one of the nice little quirks of this photo is actually the child way in the background. You can tell how sharp the image is at 33 megapixels, and I was really impressed. Here is the next challenge for you. Which one's taken with the A7 III and then which one is taken with the A7 IV? You guessed it, the 3 is on the left and the 4 is on the right. I actually prefer Tyler's composition in this one. I do feel like the 4 actually handled the photo better though.
Here we are, puddle photographer of the year.
I have
the century.
And everything.
Huh?
I said I have a t-shirt and everything.
You're not going to go around the other side?
No, I'm not. I'm going to.
Oh.
I don't ordinarily like yellow, but I am going to do that. And I'm probably going to do a bit of this as well. Probably a bit rubbish, this. See?
So you reckon your puddle shot's better than mine, is it?
My puddle shots are always better than yours, Sue. Because if you remember a throwback to a previous Canon video where...
Oops, it seems to have cut out there. Don't know why.
All right, do like a hair flick. I need to check out the 4K 60.
Whoosh.
Perfect.
I like the color of this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I like that it blends in, but it's like incredibly different at the same time. I like that about it. It's the tones.
It's the tones, man.
Yeah, it's the tones, man.
I'm a little bit insulted. Do you know why, Tyler?
Why?
Because I use you to model all the time, but you never use me to model?
Because I only photograph pretty people.
Emotional damage.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You love a puddle, do you?
More puddles.
I'm just going to leave you there, Tyler.
Okay. So the puddle photos are going really well. So much so that I'm actually really starting to enjoy myself. But this A7 III is pretty good if you shoot from the screen. That's what I tend to find anyway. And it's quite a clear definition on it. So for me, I just think it's really solid as a unit, and I can see why so many people actually use it and kept it for a long time. But then I can also see why the A7 IV is an upgrade.
It's been a lot of fun here down at Barry testing out the A7 IV and the A7 III. Which one do you reckon that you'd end up getting?
I'd probably get the A7 IV.
I'd probably get the A7 IV as well, but when it comes to a camera, it really does come down to the budget as well. The A7 III is still a very good camera, and you can pick it up for a really decent price. The A7 IV is the king right now for people that just want to be shooting hybrid video photo because of that quality, and you're expecting that from here. The A7C2 is another option there for yourself, as it falls kind of in between these two cameras, and
we both own one.
we both own one.
Yeah, we can definitely highly rate them.
Basically, just get an A7C II.
Yeah.
The camera
Or
didn't even show with
you
this
could
thing.
buy an A7 III, or you could buy an A7 IV.
Yeah.
To be honest, the choice is up to you,
Yeah.
really. I mean, you're going to get great images and great quality out of either, and it really comes down to how much you want to spend and how far do you want to push it and yourself.
Whoever you thought took the best photos from today, make sure you put the comment in down below. It's obviously me, because I'm the photographer out of the two of us.
No. No, he's not.
Other than that, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe if you want to see more of me.
Or if you just want to see more of me. Don't worry about him. If you want to see more of me. Okay.
Okay. And it's good night from him.
And good morning from him.
Good night.